guys, we are finally doing it. We've been talking about it forever. Me and Blake are here together filming Minty. I'm super excited. I want to show you what we've done to it. Originally, we built this car a while ago. It was at SEMA. It's been in magazines. You've seen it on the internet. Some people hate it, some people love it. But now we get to show you what it took to build and what we put into it. So come on through. In terms of suspension, we've got our CAtuned race coilovers. On the front, went with 10 kg on the front, 12 kg on the rear. Same stuff we sell to the public. Nothing really crazy, not valved any different. It's been doing great. Had a lot of fun with it. It handles in the car great. No issues there. On the steering, we've got a Z3 rack, E30 outer inner tire rod end. Typical swap. Great upgrade. MRT custom control arms. These are DTM type, completely, customizable in every which way, adjustable. You can set all your settings up in any which way depending on what race application you run or what field you're gonna do or what angles you want. Yeah, we got our bump steer correction kit, also from Magnus Racing, our MRT. As you notice, this car was built 3+ years ago and it's still pristine. It's been driven, it's been put through the paces, and no leaks. Unlike a BMW, typically it's covered in oil. This is pristine and clean. We have a chase base kit for the lines, and as you can see, it's doing great. Keeps it nice and tidy. We've got a power steering cooler, since it's S54. In here, we run all sorts of coolers, and part of that is the power steering cooler, which runs right here. It's a really nice, pristine setup. So in doing the S54 swap, originally we went with the Arc Asylum kit, which is a custom subframe that allows you to run a modified S54 oil pan, and that way it still retains the rear sump and dual oil pickup. Same thing with the headers. We went with the Arc Asylum headers and the downpipe, and then we built everything else after that. On the transmission mounting, we also went with the Arc Asylum piece, and we went with the solid Condor mounts. Transmission, we're using the 6-speed. They came with the S54. So it's a true 6-speed. Steering, we like to upgrade as well with our steering guibos. As you can see, it's mounted in there. It makes things nice and sturdy. That way you don't have any steering wheel flop. This is what it looks like when you get the kit. It's the steering guibo, and then it comes with all the hardware you need. In the rear, we've got a 410 LSD. Now it's been upgraded to the wave track unit, so it's pretty much bulletproof. No noise, direct power. It definitely spins the wheels. We've got heavy duty axles, and you can see the race coils again. We've got these neat tow hook hookups. For the brakes, we went with front forge setup. Nice big 6-piston setup. As you can see, it's basically a race setup. So they will make noise, but they have great stopping power. Rear, we just kind of matched it with a similar setup, but it's just slotted rotors. For the kit, we get a lot of questions. I wanted to do something different. My idea was to do a two-tone car, but not just wrap it or do something funny. We actually had these custom-made Mtech2 full carbon. These are real carbon pieces. These are not skinned, and they fit really well. I mean, obviously it's more of a race application. They're not supposed to be super fit and finish and super glorious and made to look good. They're more for function, and that's what we went for. On the sides for the Mtech2, these are factory pieces. We did just skin them to make the look transition over, because to make molds of every little piece, it would just get really expensive. So we just transitioned with the look, and it carried out and looks cool. Still carbon, still bitching. Moving over to underneath the hood, where all the action happens, all the fun. We did a lot of custom touches in here. You can see the cage protruding out, but we've kind of shaved it and made it really clean. Had it coming out through the firewall, and a lot of the bracketry and stuff that's typically here, we moved it out, cleaned it up, get rid of it. There's no washer reservoir. You just see this custom suspension tank, the CSF radiator. We carried over the carbon cover and into here with all the carbon touches. We didn't go too overboard, but that piece there kind of, you know, covered it and made the engine bay kind of pop. Headers are by Arcason. So these engines, the S54s, they come with individual throttle bodies, but we went with the 2M kit, which opened it up, and you know, you get that awesome induction noise. Really, really cool. You can see the box underneath, that it's not an air box. What that is it houses all of the wiring for the engine, because we had to put it somewhere. And so that's where the ECU is, or the computer, the miscellaneous wiring, and everything is housed there. It's also protected in that box so it doesn't get overheated, but makes it clean, looks great. We've got the sticker on top. That's from Dan, Ultimate Class. Thank you, Dan. The strut bar, that's a little customized piece that we did. Strut bar came from Germany, and then we customized it. On the fuse box, as you can see, that's no longer there. It's typically there, but we've moved it and relocated and extended the wires, and so all that's underneath the dash, just to clean up the engine bay. We even did a custom color sticker, the mint green, so it's mint green. Everyone always talked about, when is the hood gonna go on? When is the hood gonna go on? Well, we didn't want to cover all the engine bay and stuff, but the hood's on. You know, we had the hood, and we have our custom roundels, copper ones. With the race look, carrying it on, we did the single wiper conversion, covers it, and so it looks good. Interior, we wanted to continue with the race theme, and so we did the Recaros in here. Custom seat belts, you know, kind of close to the color by Graphics. And we did the roll cage. We did the roll cage a little lower because we've had some questions on that, because I wanted to do a full headliner so it looks more finished and more of like a street car and not total race. Although we didn't do AC, we didn't do heater, so it's pretty, you know, pretty race-like. And even, you know, the windows, they're manual crank. So there's no auto feature here, just manual. Old school, baby. With the roll cage, we needed to customize the dash, so we cut that out, pre-fitted it, and then we had the dash custom wrapped. That was done by Acme Top and Tunes here in Sacramento, and it turned out great. We carried out the color with the mint stitching. Same thing with the center console. We went with the Momo steering wheel. Momo really hooked us up on that, and it still carries out that, you know, race theme, but it's really comfortable. It's not overly big. It's just, you know, the right proportion. With the gauge cluster, we went with the variant restoration. We wanted that E46 M3 look, and they carried that out for us. It turned out great. BMW Mtech door sills, carrying out the theme with the Mtech2, you know, body and the race and everything, and motorsport floor mats. It's kind of like DTM play to the whole build. Carbon shifter by RTD, pretty precise, easy to shift, does the work. And in the back, we did the speaker shelf in carbon. Just a really nice piece that covers, you know, where your speakers normally are. The seat delete, we went with the Condor seat delete, which they, you know, sell and they stock. Keep an eye on this, because we will have these back on CAtuned.com pretty soon here, as we're starting to develop these here now in the US instead of forming them overseas, so the quality and finish and everything will be much, much better. On the exterior, on the back, we've got our new prototype spoiler, duckbill, and it's a rubber piece, you know, so it's super strong, and it just, you know, it just goes on there. Once you clean your paint, you can double side tape it, and it comes with the tape already on it, so it's ready to go. In terms of the mirrors, we went with the DTM Carbon Mirrors to bring out that carbon look. For wheels, we've been partnered with Rotiform. They've been great with us, working together on multiple builds. We've changed up the wheels a bunch of times on this car, and all the wheels look just phenomenal. Tires, we've got Toyo Tires. They've been our main sponsor, and you know, we love to work with those guys. They've been just great. They have a lot of good quality stuff we can put on the car and not worry about it, and obviously, you know, beat on the car and not worry about the tire blowing up. So I'm super excited again to be able to show you the car, kind of go through it. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this, and we've pretty much covered everything. I'm sure there's stuff that I forgot. I'm sure some of you be watching the video and pick some things apart. or find some stuff interesting. But I've really loved the car, and I've had a lot of fun building it, and I hope to show you the next one. Peace.